Okay, hello everybody. Today we're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in the Cessna Skyhawk 172. We have a 15 nautical mile flight from 5B6 Falmouth Airpark to Mike Victor Yankee, Martha's Vineyard. If you've been following my series, this is the fourth and final leg in the Cod Odyssey, which has taken us through 4 payware airports by Stealthy Duck, and will end up at the payware airport of Martha's Vineyard by Burning Blue Design. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to getting to our destination. So we've got an awesome sunset on the way. Let's hop into the pilot seat and get started. Okay, let's get started by heading down to the switches. We'll verify that those are all turned off and our avionics are off. We'll get the parking brake on. We'll verify the mixture is at idle cutoff. That all looks good. So next we'll head down to the trim and we'll get that adjusted so it's set for takeoff. We'll push in the fuel shutoff. Then we'll head down to the fuel selector, rotate it through each position and back to center. Next we'll crack the throttle 1/8 of an inch. We'll turn our battery and master on and our beacon on. We'll turn on our fuel pump, push the mixture into full rich. When fuel flow peaks, then we'll pull the mixture back to idle cutoff and turn off the fuel pump. Then I'll push the mixture back in just a little for the sim to start. Now we'll call clear prop, and we've got ignition. Bring the mixture back into full rich. We'll have a glance at the oil pressure and verify that we do have oil pressure, and we could bring the throttle up a little bit. Everything looks fine on all of our gauges. We'll head down here and turn on bus 1 and bus 2 for avionics. It'll take a while for the Garmin to boot up. While it does, we'll turn on the transponder, get that set to standby, and squawk VFR at 1200. And I'll take you through the flight brief. Our 4-leg flight had started all the way up at Provincetown, flew south to Chatham, did a touch and go at Cape Cod Gateway Towered Field, then flew to Cape Cod Airport before heading south to Falmouth, which is where we're departing from now. Today for our final leg, we're departing from Falmouth. We're going to fly west until we get to Nonamesset Island, and then we'll fly south direct to Martha's Vineyard. Falmouth is untowered with a CTAF of 123.075. You can see it says RP7, which means that runway 7 has right pattern. So we're expecting runway 7, which means we'll be hanging a right on departure. Martha's Vineyard is a towered field, which is under a Class Delta airspace. And you can see CT for control towers frequency is 121.4, so we'll have that set on standby on departure. Let's turn down those overhead lights and panel lights, and then we'll lean the mixture while we're on the ground here for taxi until we get to our run-up. Falmouth traffic, 07 Quebec, taxi from the ramp to runway 7 hold short, Falmouth. Just like my other videos, I will be using my actual aviation headset for the CTAF and radio calls here, and I've got the same virtual GoPros set up to give you that cockpit view as if you were really flying alongside with me. Okay, our flight controls are free and correct. We'll run through our mag checks. We'll listen and watch for the drop. We'll get our landing light and our strobes on. We'll get our transponder to alt mode, and I can see that I have a blinking message on the Garmin, so if I press on that, it tells me to set my initial course to 251. We do have a heading bug, so we'll head over to the heading bug and dial in a 251 so we know which way to go. Falmouth traffic, 07 Quebec, back taxi runway 7 for departure, Falmouth. Falmouth traffic, 07 Quebec, departing runway 7, will be making a right downwind departure to the west at 2500, Falmouth. Martha's Vineyard Tower, Skyhawk 5207 Quebec, 7 miles north at 2,500. Request full stop landing with information Tango. Enter left downwind, runway 6, Skyhawk 07 Quebec. Cleared to land, runway 6, Skyhawk 07 Quebec. Over to ground on 124.35, 07 Quebec. Alright, that was a lot of fun. When you plot out a real flight, often you have multiple legs and multiple airports that you may stop at. So it was really fun to do that virtually and have a destination that we were flying to together over the course of a couple different videos. This video wasn't sponsored. I bought all of those payware airports with my own money just because I thought they'd be cool to fly to. And I will tell you that the Cape Cod airport pack was $6 when I got it. 4 airports for $6, and you saw how they looked in these videos, so I highly recommend them if you love flying in and out of grassed strips, or you like flying to small, untowered fields. You can recreate the same journey that you watched here in the video. Martha's Vineyard by Burning Blue Design, which we're watching the extended cinematics for currently, is also fantastic. The detail just goes on and on for it, and I'm sure it will be a fun base to fly future flights out of, which leads me to my next flight. So stay tuned for the next video where we'll fly out of Martha's Vineyard to Boston Logan International. So if you enjoy content like this, be sure to click that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. All of those things really help the channel. So thanks, as always, for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.